no lie. All you can die. Never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side. Yeah, we in it for life. And I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits.
Now, the good news, Coach, is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Get the ball.
On 1st and 10, Prescott throwing right, and that's complete. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Prescott got his man there complete to Gallup. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. With Cole Beasley now in Buffalo, you think that might open up some more targets for Michael Gallup. Last year as a rookie, 33 catches for the Dallas Cowboys.
Here we go. 46.
A run for Tony Pollard, the Memphis product. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
From just shy of midfield, Prescott. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Cooper's got it. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Bears' 42-yard line.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott. And his throw intercepted by the all-pro corner, Kyle Fuller. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, He's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
He'll have a first down past the 40, and he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Well, DBs that are worth their salt consider themselves good at man-to-man coverage, but the crossing routes, that is tough because you're going from one side of the field to the other. It's a lot of ground to cover, and you're always worried they're going to give you that one juke move and change the route and go upfield on you. So you're a little hesitant, but the hard part is if you're hesitant at all, they gain a step, and they're moving away from you when they catch the ball.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Trubisky will throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 41-yard line.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 41. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. And Graham's got it, complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Now it's Trubisky. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
To throw on second and 6, Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Lock in. Here we go again.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Yeah, he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Right there, 54 Mike. Man out, man out, man out, man out.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively. They need to reverse the trend. The last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Alert, 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 alert. 54 is Mike. Hey, orbit. Watch 54, watch 54.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Pinheiro now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott going for the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll throw again. Prescott. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. But I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And they'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott from the gun. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles. But also, when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. Mike 55.
On third down, Trubisky. The connection made. It's Graham. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 38-yard line.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Brings up second and a yard.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up,
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Wide open receiver complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That's good for 28 yards. First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Boy, the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
on second down now. It's Elliott. Stays on his feet.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Slam, slam, slam.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Cordero Patterson. His 5th touchdown now on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They run the counter. Pollard. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half.
It's caught inside the 25. Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one, 49 yards. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They try again with Cohen. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Let's go, D.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Tariq Cohen with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Prescott. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
A gain of 14.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. A first down carry by Elliott. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
Hey, kill! 47. 26.
To throw is Prescott. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lamb. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They run the counter. Pollard. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Prescott down. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 15-yard line.
First down, Cowboys.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Now Prescott. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Prescott to throw it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Kill.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Bears 31, Cowboys 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
So don't say nothing. Chef. Hey, we're going to 54. Why
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Unfortunately for you, you've been around me for a little while now, so you know me as well as anyone and how I look at a game. I don't ever advocate abandoning anything, but in this case, I'm going against my own thought process. You got to change it up. You got to start throwing it around a little bit, finding ways to try and move the ball, because keeping on the ground just isn't working for them.
Yeah, maybe get him the ball out of the passing game, a swing pass outside or something, just something to vary it up. He's going to launch this thing way downfield, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And his throw intercepted by the all-pro corner, Kyle Fuller. Room here to run. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Third down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field on an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Looking to throw on second down. Prescott, he's going to loft one, deep left side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Buster Screen. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And that's caught inside the 30. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. They'll try to counter here, Cohen. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 22-yard line.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
180. 54 Mike. I'm trying to collect.
Again, it's Cohen. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Hey, wahoo! 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And this is going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. Has a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Here's Prescott. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing. Prescott. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Dallas.
Here we go. Wide angle. Here we go. Go to 54. Wide angle. Tight end's right.
Prescott now from the 50. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. The inside linebacker, Danny Trevathan, gets the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lamb. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for...
Oh, Cohen lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Go.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Break it up. 180. 54 Mike. Blue down. Check 3. Alert.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run the counter. Cohen. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 35-yard line.
180. Check. Watch 54. Man, that's trash.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34.
A gain of 2 makes it 3rd and 11.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Check me out.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Trubisky now off the bootleg. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Results in a 4th down.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
You better be afraid of me. Alert 3. Go to 54. Line in. Check. 26.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
He's going to let it fly. And now here's another interception. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. They put up their goal at the beginning of the season, and that was to win 7 games, and now they've accomplished that mission.
And congratulations to them for achieving their goal. They have to finish the season strong, but you got to think that going forward for next year, they're going to jump that number up a little bit higher.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.